All right, Qatar's foreign minister has been giving a briefing. Let's listen.
At the
very beginning, I'm not going to go into the details and the escalation in this period from Iran and the latest development since the start of the aggression against Qatar last Saturday. The state of Qatar has been hit with 3 missiles, cruise, 101 ballistic missiles, 79 drones, and that have been intercepted. As you know, some establishments in Majed and Ras Laffan have been targeted. Industrial complex has been targeted, and in Majed and in Ras Laffan, vital tanks and infrastructure has been targeted, and the technical evaluation is being done now to continue working in these establishments. And as you said, the Qatar Energy statement, the production has been stopped for the safety of the staff and employees in this location. Regarding the diplomatic moves recently, the state of Qatar has witnessed an active diplomatic moves, and Qatar received 88 phone calls from leaders, prime ministers and foreign ministers, and His Highness the Emir received 34 phone calls from different leaders of the world, and the Prime Minister received 27 phone calls, and Sultan bin Said, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, also, and Mr. Saleh Al-Khalifi and the Minister of Foreign Affairs received more than 13 contacts from their counterparts. And the state of Qatar has, the Foreign Ministry has summoned Saleh Al-Abadi, Ambassador of Iran, and Qatar expressed to him its total rejection to these aggression that is complete violation to the international law and the international agreements. Dr. Mohammed bin Abdul Saleh Al-Khalifi confirmed to the Iranian ambassador that the repeat of these aggressions is against the good neighborhood between the two countries, and this will lead to a deterioration of mutual and bilateral relations between both countries. And a memorandum has been sent to the Iranian embassy to express the rejection of the state of Qatar. The GCC meetings on last Sunday through conference have been held, and they discussed the aggressions, and they condemned the Iranian aggression against the GCC countries, and the ministers confirmed their commitment to deal together and to cooperate for the sake of stopping that aggression in order to work within the neighborhood relationship and the United Nations Charter. Also, statements have been issued where Qatar expressed its complete rejection to this aggression, and on the GCC countries, and an aggression on a mediator is an aggression on the mediation in itself that is being played by Oman. Also, they condemned the state of Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Jordan and Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, and the US have condemned in a statement the Iranian attacks, and the statement considered this aggression as an escalation in the region. Also, condolences messages have been sent to the Kuwaiti government, and the foreign ministry confirmed its full support to the Kuwaiti people in this regard. Also, the state of Qatar yesterday sent a message to Antonio Guterres and Michael Walters, the American permanent representative to the United Nations, regarding the Iranian aggression against Qatar, that is against the territory safety of Qatar and against the peace and stability in the region. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. We have some questions regarding the Iranian aggression on Qatar. Is Qatar going to hit back? The Qatari Ministry of Defense announced that 2 planes have been dropped. So what's the fate of the crew? Also, a Mossad cell was arrested. What are the details? Regarding the statement of IRGC, the Iranian minister, so these statements were not true, they are false, and also there were no warning or arrangement. Qatar was surprised by these unjustified attacks. I'd like to say that they are not targeting military establishment or American interests in Qatar, but they are targeting the country and the territories of Qatar. This is not acceptable at all. So many missiles launched against Qatar were against Qatari interests and against certain areas within Qatar and against our vital establishments, like what happened in Mas'aid and Ras Lafan. And the Qatari armed forces have dealt with all these missiles and aggression without losses. If the Iranian foreign minister Araghchi spoke about a warning contact with Qatar, it was the last time, not this time. It was a contact regarding the reaction. They did not say when, they did not say what. And at that particular time, we have said to Araghchi, and we have said this time to the Iranian ambassador, that this aggression will never be dealt in a positive way from our side. And we have the right to reply. When the Iranians attacked Al-Adid base last time, the state of Qatar preferred to support a ceasefire because Qatar has put the security of the region on top of its agenda, despite the fact that it's our right to reply. We are still monitoring the situation, but these attacks will never go without a reply. Regarding the planes that we dropped yesterday, the planes crossed the Qatari space, and we gave the pilots a warning according to the rules, And these flights are being targeted, and still we are looking for the crews. Regarding the Mossad cell, we have no information about this right now. Question from Qatar TV. What is the formal assessment about the readiness of the country and the classification of the aggression? As you know, this aggression, particularly what happened yesterday, is a dangerous escalation. And thank Allah Almighty, we managed to deal with all these aggressions through the Sukhoi and the missiles in night time. We managed to deal with them and to drop them. And this is a good opportunity to express our thanks and appreciation to the Qatari armed forces who have proved that Qatar is strong enough and is always against anyone who wants to attack Qatar, to attack the citizens, or to attack the residents. And Qatar has proved its readiness in this regard and in this connection, and no one can represent a threat to its security. This is a fact that has been seen during the last days. As we said and as mentioned in the statement that was issued yesterday, we are fully ready. The media, the false media report regarding Patriot and is not true. We still have our ability to and readiness to deal with the threat at any moment. The Qatari armed forces have proved its ability to deal with these threats. We are quite ready to take care of the citizens and the residents. This is your responsibility in the media to not to circulate these wrong information. It's your job, your media people, to stop these false things. And our dealing with our allies and our partners, we exchange these matters with all our partners in the region and outside the region, so as to have a full coordination regarding the defensive system in the state of Qatar. This system is being discussed in all transparency.
All right, so what you've been listening to is a press briefing by the Minister of Foreign Affairs here in Qatar that wrapped up minutes ago. Laura Khan was at that press briefing listening in. So, Laura, what did we learn? What is the takeaway here?
Well, there were so many points said by Dr. Majed al-Ansari, the Foreign Ministry spokesperson. Now, let's first of all look at these jets that were scrambled and the first seemingly air-to-air combat that happened over Qatari waters. Now, they said that the Iranians had sent over some jets. They had given them a warning, first of all. They had scrambled their own jets. And when they continued the trajectory towards Doha, that's when they fired upon them. And they said the status of the pilots is, as of yet, unknown. I actually asked in this press briefing if Iran was continuing to cross red lines, what would they do? Are there any concrete measures that they're going to take against them? And Dr. al-Ansari essentially said, all red lines have been crossed, from the north to the south of Qatar, from attacking energy all the way to attacking Hamad International Airport, which is a huge hub of international travel. He said that all of these attacks had been thwarted and both the staff and the airport have remained safe. But he said that thousands of passengers have been stranded across Qatar They are taking good care of them. They've put them up in hotels. They've extended visas. But he also said just to look out for any misinformation and to continue to follow the ministry's advice and guidance, and mainly is to take shelter when they say. But he did say that they have all right to retaliation under UN Charter Article 51. If these attacks continue, there are plans. He cannot give them out yet, but they are, of course, taking this incredibly seriously, saying they have no connection, no contact with Iran at the moment.
All right, Laura Hahn monitoring things for us from the Foreign Ministry in Doha. Laura, thank you.